Let's walk through the remaining section together. The intent of this is kind of just more of a walkthrough workshop, so we can do it together so you can see some of the things I do and kind of compile all the information that was discussed previously all together. Because there was a lot of information. We talked about various kinds of teleports, we talked about various kinds of methods and escapes. It's not very practical sometimes in a guide, especially with trying to speak very quickly and clearly, and you're just ramming information to a certain amount of time because people are going to lose interest. So let's work on this bit together. So I've got my crafting cape, that is my teleport. We are on a non-PvP world, but when I finish this trip, I will go to a PvP world to explain the area I was referring to. So first of all, we got our crafting cape. Now we're gonna need a burning amulet. Obviously, if you're a restricted account, you're not gonna have the burning amulet. You might have something else, but we've got that. You might be using a different teleport. We're gonna use the burning amulet. We're gonna take one Saradomin brew. So right now we have 3 items. Is the Saradomin brew something we can afford to lose? Maybe. It's okay. We can bring a piece of food in place of this if we want, but now we can start thinking about our 3rd item. So if I want to be a little bit tanky, I can go and grab a black dragonhide body, throw that on, get my defensive stats up. As most people know, there's some very good magic defense there. So that's going to help you if you're getting attacked, if you're getting frozen. It might cause a PKer to cast 1 or 2 splashes on you and allow you to escape. So that can make a pretty significant difference. It's something I like to use. And with the crafting cape, obviously I'm going to get some prayer bonus and some defense there as well, and I'm going to be able to get my way back. Now I also mentioned bringing something like a crystal bow. If you want to get kills, something you can do is get kills on the Chaos Fanatic. The Chaos Fanatic, you can do some damage to him and then use your Retribution spell on the way out and chip away and probably get somewhere between 15 to 30 KC on your way to 99 prayer. I got about 15 KC myself, but also you have to factor in that you might get the Chaos Fanatic down and then unfortunately face the sad reality that you need to switch worlds because a team has logged in. So let's fill up with bones. We're gonna go to the lava maze. Wait, before you go, always check your risk. Just before every trip. You never know, you might have left something on. So for me, killed in the wilderness, killed by a player. I know my risk is basically just the bones in my inventory, which I can deal with. Might lose my burning amulet. Like I said, maybe you want to keep your burning amulet. Those can add up over time if you're getting killed frequently. It could happen that you have one day where you don't get killed at all, and the next day you get killed even up to 10 times. It is possible, especially if you're doing it at peak player times. But going back to what I said before, if you are using your bones, if you're using at least half your inventory of bones, you're likely coming out ahead. And most of the time, your bones will still be there because they are after your risk. Unless maybe they're a gold farmer. So I'm okay with what we have here. Gotta double check though. Let's go to the lava maze. Level 41. So if I was to teleport right now and there was a PKer immediately here, I would be thinking about escape route number 1. Sometimes you can consider praying mage. I don't. I'm a little bit confident here, and I know the odds of a PKer just be sitting right here is very low. Ideally, a PKer should be standing right here. This would be the best spot to get people, but not a lot of people are. Not a lot of the professional and patient PKers are killing people, are willing to wait here, almost like a hunter for someone coming with a full set of bones, because the dollar value just isn't worth it in game. They're better off to just go to the altar and try and kill another PKer at the altar, or kill quickly someone with half an inventory bones, pick it up and get out of there. The concentration of players will be much higher at the altar. So if someone was here, you've got escape route number 1, as we discussed before. And if someone's attacking you, you can try and attack one of these lesser demons. That way they can attack you because this is just singles as well. And if you're running through here, they're going to get aggroed potentially by the lesser demon. And you're going to go down, as shown before, into the KBD layer and out. If not, if you're proceeding along, heading up here, heading west. As you can see, at any point throughout here, you could either turn back if you saw a PKer, because you're going to start to come into field of view where a PKer might be standing outside the door. So at any point here, you can now loop around and do your J and escape route 2 and head down, or you could go back the way you came, or you can just simply log out. logging out would work as well. Sometimes if you want, if you're a little bit nervous, again, I'm very comfortable in this on my way to 99 per, which we got, that I wasn't too fussed. But if you're concerned about your inventories, maybe money is tight, you can have the log out window open and ready to go. And as soon as you see someone or anything on the map, you can log out. So I would actually almost wish to get killed on this, or get attacked on this route, but just for an example. But Chaos Fanatic's going to attack me with Mage. His green attack is going to be an area of effect, which I think earlier in the video I said something else. I said a multi-attack. I meant to say area effect. But if someone's attacking you right now, that attack is going to be hitting them. And this Chaos Fanatic might switch aggro to them as well. And you can get out. Also, if maybe a clan logs in, or you're trying to be... If you don't have maybe the opportunity, or someone's getting aggroed here, there's more people here, and you need another route, you can use escape route number 3, which I didn't necessarily mention in the video because I don't think it's overly necessary, but you can activate the obelisk and then come back to the center, and you'll teleport somewhere to the, depending on where you've set your destination, teleport somewhere else in the wilderness. At least you'll get you out of this mess. You can use these routes, but if someone is going to freeze you or someone attacks you, usually you can make 1, usually you can make 2. The majority of the time I'm not getting attacked in the temple would be right in this range. As you start to come in here, someone's waiting outside the door, someone just happens to log in at the same time, and they've cast a freeze on you. And if I get caught out here and I'm frozen and someone's attacking me, depending on what your Runelite settings are for your bones, you might have to, oh, that was a drop, but I meant to hit right click berry, right click berry, right click berry, and just go through. And if someone's attacking you, obviously you're gonna wanna pray mage. But if you see them switch their gear and you're trying to bury bones, it doesn't take much with your keybinds to come over and throw range on quick. You can even sometimes try and fake out a PKer. If you're praying this and they switch, go to range really quickly and then go back straight back to mage, because they'll see you switch and they might switch. So you can force them, depending on their skill level as a PKer, you can force them to go through their gearing cycle. If they're doing like a 4-way or a 6-way switch, force them back into their gearing cycle. Now, if you'll notice here, my camera unfortunately is in the way, but right at this point, sorry, it's 2 tiles. This line here, it's 2 tiles or 3 tiles out of the door. This is all singles here. So if you're up to this point where I've got the point of no return, even if a clan is here, only one of them can attack you at a time. So there's no need to panic. There's no need to panic at all. I mean, if someone's gonna hit you, they're gonna be dealing damage, even if they're hitting 30s. Take a sip of your Sarah Brew. If you bought 2 or 3 pieces of food, take a piece of food and bury those bones. Get as many of those bones out of your inventory as you can and into the ground. Because if you leave 5-10 bones on the ground and someone realizes that no matter what effort they put into attacking you, they might only get 5 or 10 bones, it's not going to be worth it for them. They're going to give up on you pretty quick. Remember about your stamina as well. If you are not using your house, if you're using a method of just teleporting back to the bank, your stamina is going to run low. That's something more to consider if you are someone doing a clue here, or they're a scout. Could be a scout, so I'm just gonna start putting my bones against there. If we got attacked, that would be really ideal. If we got attacked, but if you're don't have stamina pots, or you're worried about your stamina or not using a house, you can walk the way up here. Always save your stamina. You don't want to get caught here and run out of stamina and have someone log in. So a very important thing would be to have your stamina off, and when you get here, if someone comes, flip that stamina on, start running the other way. Or if you reach the point of no return, you're going to want to make a blitz for the altar. Now, if you've been clicking all day and your hands are tired and going boom, boom, boom to the altar, it'll probably be something like this, or maybe even closer. I like to do this close because I'm confident, but the problem with that is if someone attacks you, you might get more surprised. So sometimes if you want to just do this so you can see, and you can just set it to perform the action automatically, or you can come in, line your inventory up to the altar. I've got my inventory kind of slow right now because I've been working on 7.0 bandos, but you can just blast through it if you want. The less amount of time you are here, the less you're gonna get attacked. So if you've got the energy and you've got the focus and the skill, not saying that you need a lot of skill to do that or the practice, but the less time you spend here overall, the less time you can get attacked. So really, if you want to put an inventory in, you know, trying to get it as close to tick perfect as you can have that inventory emptied pretty quick and be gone. Working on back and you're teleporting. If someone kills you at that point or half of your inventory is gone, you're not really losing a whole lot. So something to consider if you're doing it automatically is that if someone were to log in and you can either A, have your prayer up now and use the altar periodically to charge that back up. If you have piety, the extra defense is good, or you can use one of your defensive prayers. Or I believe augury will give you some magic defense as well if you have it, if someone's maging you. But use the prayers you have. I like to leave protect item on. If I've got a fourth item, like in this case, I've got the crystal bow, just leave that protect item on. It drains your prayer very low. There we go, they got a PKer. So we're gonna pray range. We're gonna pray piety. Now, I can attack him back. And I will. Sometimes if you have a bow, it benefits to attack back, especially if you're trying to escape. I'm gonna turn my thing on now, we're gonna run. He's not very good because I'm not trying very hard. Another one's logged in. Now you'll see here this other PKer is either gonna come at me. There we go. See the Chaos Fanatics on him right now. Not doing much damage. I'm not following what this guy's doing. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. That was kind of interesting. So they poisoned me. Big deal. I mean, I've escaped there. So now what I just did was more of an example of how to use 1 and 2. That wasn't an option. You should never run from that altar. With those 8 bones left, I would have had plenty of time to just use them. I was trying to show the example. But I've actually managed myself to get a kill from using the bow just by hitting someone with a low level and then dragging them into the Chaos Fanatic. So those guys are gone now. And we'll go back, like I said. If you're also using a teleport in the KBD method, so look, this guy's attacking me, right? We don't have a Cerebrew, but he's gonna hit us. We're gonna go to range because he's distant now, and we're just gonna put the bones in the altar. We're gonna pray that extra item. He's trying to kill us, but he's just hitting us. Now, if we had that full Cerebrew, you could see the damage. Oh, I gotta pray that still. TY is what I meant to do. So as you can see there, I mean, we had plenty of time. I finished off those 8 bones. It wasn't necessarily quick. We switched our prayer. The biggest thing is getting a melee on, especially if someone's got like an AGS or that dagger, is getting that melee prayer on. I mean, your focus is getting the bones. The priority is always the bones, similar to like Jad. Switching your prayer is the priority. Get those bones on. If you do like 4 or 5 bones and you see your prayers getting low, hit that Cerebrew, go back to doing bones. Maybe hit the Cerebrew twice if you have to, but don't spam click the Cerebrew. Do a couple bones, Cerebrew. Do a couple bones, Cerebrew. Do a couple bones, Cerebrew. Or food, respectively, whatever you have. And if you can, switch your prayer, but don't panic. I gotta switch my prayer. I gotta hit the Cerebrew. I gotta run around. Don't do that. Go to the altar. Do the bones. If all you can do is focus on getting the bones, that's number 1 what you should be doing. Put the bones on the altar, and that's it. We're gonna go to a PvP world now quickly. Go to an Australian one, doesn't really matter. We're not gonna be fighting anyone. So you can see here, if I was to have gone out and died to the Chaos Fanatic, which I will demonstrate, bank chest right here, and burning amulet, so we'll grab 10 bones. The only thing is you obviously have to re-equip when you die. But we'll re-equip our items. Be careful that you don't attack someone, but you can't in this area, but still, that doesn't mean that you should be careless. Right-click the bank chest. Take 2 Cerebrews just in case we get caught out there and want to have some fun. But as you can see, I mean, those people attacking me, there's no annihilation happening. No one's getting vaporized by anything. Most of the people that are using the altar to PK are either learning PKing, gold farmers, or just messing around for fun. And every once in a while, you're gonna get someone who's in very, very exceptional gear, and they're gonna just hit you, and you're gonna be vaporized. But see, there's a clan who's logged in. Now I'm gonna go away and stay in singles. There's no reason to go and see. I'm kind of not paying attention because we're doing this, but clan logged in, stay in singles, right? If I was to walk in there, all 3 are gonna attack me. I'm kind of hoping this guy gets. I'm kind of hoping they come out for me here. Just have a little bit of fun. He's gonna come out for me. Sometimes people are very nice. What textbooks do you like? Math, science. To be honest, here, NR Clem and Empty Days, people are really nice. They left. They left. Just joking around with them there. Probably cut that out of the video. But here we go. This is getting along. We're at the 20-minute mark now. So, like I said, the less time here, the better. Boom. I'm going kind of slow because my inventory. Now, use Runelite to your advantage. Scale that inventory up. Like, my inventory is a lot smaller than what I did when I got 99 prayer. But scale that inventory up. Make it a lot bigger. So you can see down here, the Dark Lord spares your sacrifice. Now, if you were doing this, now we're going to lose these Cerebrews, obviously, so in some cases you might not want to bring that 4th item and keep the Sarah as your +1, your 3+1, if you're doing the death method. If you're just going into the KBD layer, who cares, because you're just going to teleport. But if you're using this guy, so I'm going to pray here, going to get up right close to him. I'm going to hit him with my bow actually a couple times so you can see he'll chip away his health. You know, he's down by 20 health already, and then the Retribution's going to hit him here. Prayer's going to run out. So I'm going to stop praying this. Takes your stuff off, but still. Now Retribution's going to kick in 5, and a 225 Chaos Fanatic is now down to 183, which you can't see because it's beside my face. So, and there you go. So you can die to the Chaos Fanatic. You can also use the Wine of Zamorak, which will... Oh, I used my... Burning Amulet. Where? Let's just quickly go back. So, I mean, you can die to the KBD as well, but if you're going to run that far, you might as well just teleport to a bank using one of the bank options. But you have a few places to go. What did I lose? Oh, I lost my black d'hide body. No way. Why did it? Wait, what? Really? Oh, I kept the Cerebrews, I guess. That's something you gotta watch what things are worth at their current time. But you can die to this. You can also use the Wine of Zamorak. The best option is the locator orb, which you'll get from the Dragon Slayer 2 quest, or from a clue if you hang on to the orb, which will do 10 damage, or a rock cake, a dwarven rock cake, as well. So what people will do is they will do the locator orb, which is 10, 10, 10, 10, but it won't kill you down to 1, but the Wine of Zamorak will finish the job. So, but the problem with the Wine of Zamorak is it diminishes over time how much damage it does, so now we're at 2, so it's not very quick. It slows you down. At that point, it's better to just go out and let the Chaos Fanatic kill you. You can also, using a Amulet of Glory, run down to level 30 Wilderness, 29 Wilderness, and use that to kill yourself as well. Assuming you're not a hardcore, of course, or maybe you just don't want to die on your account, potentially. You can also run back to the Ferox Enclave. These are all just long things, but long shots that you wouldn't want to do. But that's it. That's the end of the workshop and the walkthrough. I think I've covered everything that I mentioned. The most important thing is to not panic. Just do not panic when you come here. As you can see, someone's here. A lot of people like to close these doors. I don't, because for sometimes maybe you want to run. Like if you had a full inventory, the best thing to do is always use your bones on the altar. But if you had a full inventory and a clan logs in with like 10, 15 people, I wouldn't recommend it, but I have in the past tried to make a beeline for singles. If I have a full inventory and there's a clan on me, they're going to do so much DPS that I can't defend against. So if you're here, if the door's closed, you're going to struggle with that door. But if it's open, you know, see, I'm struggling with it now. I got to open it, got to think about it, and it's doing damage. And now I'm back out to singles. So if you just leave that door open, you can run right out. That's a situation where if a clan happens to log in, you'll see a lot of people log in here, here, here by the doors, sometimes right by, like, in between the doors. Someone can hide there. So if you're like zoomed in like this, you won't see those people. Other people will log in right below you, especially if you're a low level account. If you're like a level 3 account with 10 hit points, someone with a similar account will log in right below you and try to just one quick click you right away. That's their best method. So you got to be aware of that. But like we've shown, just put your bones, and if you lose one, come back with an empty inventory, check if your bones are there. If someone's taken them, switch worlds, and go from there. That is the end of the workshop, folks. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can hit me up on YouTube with the comments. You can hit me up on Twitch, or you can join the Discord by following the socials link through Instagram and join the Discord and reach out to me anytime asking your questions. The intent of this video is to encourage people who aren't currently using the Wilderness Altar out of fear that they need to be some kind of pro to use it. That's not the case. That's not the case. And if you're not comfortable in the beginning bringing a full inventory, bring 10 bones or bring big bones. There's always options you can use to make yourself feel comfortable. And like I said, you know what? You're gonna get smacked sometimes. You're gonna get just destroyed and maybe lose a few inventories. But overall, if you lose even 1 in 5 loads, statistically speaking and mathematically speaking, if you're getting a 50% chance at not using a bone, you're still coming out ahead, even if you're losing a 1 in 5. So just be mindful of it. And thanks for tuning into the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, you know where to reach me. Thanks, folks.